Hello and welcome to a new video. I've had so many emails, messages, posts on Facebook asking me and Instagram what has happened and why I have not been around for the last month.
This is Girl Meets Farm.
I know it's been a long time. For those of you that did not see my post in late September, my father passed away on the 23rd of September, and I did not take that very well at all. And that's the reason I have been gone for so long. I took the news really hard when I heard. I mean, we all expected at some point. My dad had a form of dementia, vascular dementia to be more precise. It's unfortunately a dementia that is very fast acting, but you know, one always thinks that you have more time. One always thinks that you will see the person, your loved one more time, we'll have one more conversation, whatever that may be. I didn't get that opportunity, so for me it came as quite a big shock. And I think it was the cherry on top of a year that was comprised of a lot of stress with the renovation, with builders, everything just accumulated. And eventually my system just shut down. I was not able to do much. Everything in my life pretty much shut down after the news. The renovation shut down, my work shut down, my life shut down effectively until I found better coping strategies and ways to cope with the news, with all the stress that I was carrying. And I need to find, and I did find a better balance in terms of my life. I was spending 7 days a week working between client work and the renovation as well, which means that I didn't really have any time for myself to fill my cup with joy, if you wish. I never really had any time off at all. And that is something that is going to change for me. It is something that I've been working on over the last month because I need to bring balance into my life again. Because we can't just work all the time. And unfortunately, I'm one of those people that I can't work all the time. But eventually I break down and you need a break. Currently, I booked a place in Lisbon for the whole month of November. I was hoping that this was going to be a really good break for me, away from the farm, away from all the renovation, away from everything. I made sure that I booked what looked like a really comfortable place, but the universe had other things in mind, unfortunately. This is quite possibly the worst Airbnb experience I have ever had in my experience with Airbnb. And you guys know I only stay in Airbnb properties when I travel. So that's saying a lot. Yeah, it's quite stressful, and even already I've been here, today's the 4th I think. I've been here 4 days and I've already done renovation to fix the shower so that I could just have a shower properly. I think there's something with water or bathrooms or something, some kind of lesson that the universe wants me to learn, and clearly I haven't learned it yet because here I am still fixing other people's showers as well. Anyway, I will be here for the whole month of November. Regardless, I am going to make the best of this situation. I'm going to meet some friends. I'm going to try new things. The reason I came back to Lisbon was because it's just a little bit more convenient. Everything is a little bit more convenient. There is a shopping center 3 minutes down the road, whereas, you know, on the farm I have to drive 45 minutes one way just to buy groceries. Here it is 3 minutes down the road. It is absolute bliss. It is absolute heaven to have conveniences, modern conveniences so close to you. I have some friends here because when I landed in Portugal, I lived in Cascais for about 8 months. So I made some friends, and those friends I'm reconnecting with whilst I'm staying here. We're going to go for walks. I'm on the promenade. I'm close to the ocean again, which is something I didn't think I would miss, but I do. So for a number of reasons, that is why I came back to Lisbon. And during my stay here in 2 weeks' time, I'll actually be flying back to South Africa for my dad's memorial. That will be the third time that I'm going back to South Africa this year. I did weigh up my options, but I thought that I needed to do this for myself because I would regret it if I didn't go. So I thought I would just give you guys a quick update as to why there hasn't been videos, and that I'm not currently on the farm. I haven't touched any renovations since the news, so everything is just kind of at a standstill. However, I will say during the last months I realized that I needed to make myself a little bit more comfortable at the farm by doing little things. Things like getting bedside tables for my bed, which I didn't have. For the last year or whatever, I've been stacking 3 cardboard boxes next to my bed to act as a makeshift bedside table. But it is amazing what just something so small as a bedside table can do. I now have a light there, I can read at night, so that was incredible. Then I started thinking, what else could I do to make my life a little bit more comfortable? I bought myself a camping sink so that I could start washing the dishes inside as opposed to washing in a bucket outside and having to run in and out to get water. So that has been incredibly convenient to be able to wash dishes inside, even though it's not connected to any kind of pipes or plumbing or whatever. It is already so much more convenient for me to be able to just do something as simple as washing dishes. The third thing I did do was I finally pulled my sofa out of the box. I was not going to do it until I had actually laid the tiles on that section of the structure. But I thought, you know what, there's no way I'm going to tile for the next 2 months or whatever it's going to be, so I may as well be comfortable in front of my fire. I pulled out the couch and I put it right in front of the fireplace, so now my evenings are wonderfully warm in front of the fire and I'm super comfortable as well. These 3 things have already made such a big difference in my life. It's incredible what they do. So I think the big lesson for me is don't put off things until that perfect time. There is no perfect time. Live for the moment and pull things out like the sofa out of the box. Don't wait for things to be perfect. Live now, make yourself comfortable. And that was my lesson over the last month. During this time, all 3 of us, my 2 dogs and myself, got really, really ill. We had some really bad stomach issues. There was a lot of rain in the last month or so. And I remembered the last time we had so much rain, I also got really, really sick from the water that I was drinking from the fountain. So of course, I don't drink the water on my farm from the well, but I have been washing my dishes, myself and my clothes with that water, and it is not tested. My drinking water, I've been fetching from one of the fountains in a close by village called Alguas, which means water, ironically. And the water has tasted incredibly good. I got really sick and I had to go and see a doctor because I had a wobble after the news of my dad. And I was also already sick at that time with my stomach. And the doctors were asking me about my water. And I said, well, my drinking water comes from Aguas. And they really frowned on that. And then I said, I wash my dishes and stuff in my well water. And they were starting to ask me like if it was tested and how well I know, how good my water is. And I said, no, it's not tested. But the guy that owned the farm before me, he actually used to drink that water and he said the water was totally fine. So I decided to finally have my water tested, which I did, and I got the results yesterday. And guys, I nearly fell off my chair with what the results said. It said that it is not fit for human consumption, not by a long shot. The bacteria that they found in there is 10 times higher than what is considered safe. There was a list of 4 types of bacteria that they could identify or that they did identify in the water. All 4 of them are basically fecal matter related. I think it's called like conformers or something like that, as well as E. coli and a whole bunch of other things. So I was quite disgusted with what I've been doing with that water over the last year, and not having had that water tested for a year, just trusting that it was fine. And now having discovered that there's all these nasty things in my water. So I asked some friends and I asked some people, and I have some good news that I can put a filter. I'm going to put like a 5 filtration filter on my water from my well. I reverse osmosis, and I'm going to try and find a UV filter as well, just, you know, to throw everything at it. The reverse osmosis 5 filter system should actually already be enough to have that water not necessarily be potable, but to have it safe for me to wash my hands, to wash myself, and all those things that I was doing with the water. But I'm going to add like an extra UV filter on top of that, just to make doubly sure that everything is fine. The municipality have approved my water connection, but I'm still waiting for them to complete the process. So I still don't have on-grid water, and it probably won't happen for the rest of this year because apparently they don't work in the rain. So I'm going to have to wait for non-rainy dry days so that they can come and complete the work, which may be another couple of months. I started the water process in November last year, which means that has taken 1 year so far to try and get water from the grid on my farm. And we're still waiting. It has clearly been a really full month. Lots of things have happened outside of the big event. But yeah, I am finally starting to, as I say, come back to life. And I'm trying to slowly come back to my life with better boundaries, better things in place, better work-life balance. But it will be a while until I do another renovation video. I'm not sure if I will be posting another video in the next month. I will try, but I can't promise that there will be one, unless it's something newsworthy to share with you guys. But I did just want to bring this video to you today to just tell you what's been going on. So that is my update, and I'll see you next time. Just arrived to Lisbon, where the dogs and I will be staying for a month in this Airbnb in Estoril. Look how incredibly well it is enclosed. I absolutely love the space already. A small grassy garden in the front, a place for the car to park, and it's a lot bigger than it looks on Airbnb. But the place is for sale. So if you're looking for a place to buy, this is actually a fantastic house. And a nice little garden area at the back here, with just enough little green grass for dogs to play, and a little side alleyway as well with some more grass for the dogs. They really love it here. This door leads out from the kitchen, and inside it's a double story. The layout is super old school, so there is a kitchen for purpose of the Airbnb. It's amazing. There is a dishwasher, an oven, a washing machine, which is great, and a nice big fridge. This place I think has like 2 or 3 bedrooms. And at the bottom here there's a guest loo, which is fantastic, so you don't have to keep going up and down the stairs. And then a little dining area and lounge area. Sadly though, the fireplace doesn't work. I was hoping it did, because I was really looking forward to some nice warm cozy evenings by the fire. And then these 2 doors open out onto that little front terrace, which is great. Apparently there is central heating though. According to the listing it works, so we'll see. And then upstairs, actually I don't know what's in that room because he has locked all the doors. Upstairs Again, sadly, he has locked all the other doors quite sneakily so that I can't even look at what's inside there. This is apparently a cupboard. I think that might be the second bedroom. This is another bathroom. And this, he says, is an office. So I guess that's a study. And then this is the bedroom where I'm staying. It's actually an ensuite. It's overlooks the front of the road, front of the house to the road. Lots of cupboards to unpack, which is nice. Small double bed. Oh, and behind this door, there is actually a bathroom. Little shower, little ensuite. Don't really need more than that. So yeah. Sadly, also on the Airbnb photographs, I think I saw that there's a bath. It's a real pity that that doesn't open. Yeah, that's super sneaky. I may need to ask him about that.